Introducing a portable microgene, a revolution in cotton processing right at the source.
My name is Dr. Dennis Mushangi. I'm a senior lecturer at Kirinyaga University, and we are the team that is involved in development of the microgene, which is meant to do the gening for the cotton and also to do value addition to the cotton. So the initial motivation of this project was the fact that the cotton industry in Kenya has been declining since 1980s. In the 1980s, it was one of the main economic drivers, but in the 90s and the 2000s, it started declining. So our main question was, what is it that is making the cotton and the textile industry decline? And we did a lot of research. We went around the country getting to know the challenges of the farmers and the industry. And one of the key items that we realized that needed to be checked on was the pricing of the cotton, because the farmers had been selling cotton when it is raw without ginning. And in that case, they used to sell at very low prices. And the other challenge was that there were very few ginneries. As we talk right now, there are only 4 ginning plants in Kenya, one in Meru, another one in Kitui, another one in Makueni, and another one in Western. And therefore, farmers, for instance, farmers in Embu can only access the nearest ginning machine to them is in Kitui, which is over 400 kilometers. And that also discouraged them from wanting to grow the cotton. And so we came up with an idea that if we could develop a microgene, one that every farmer can access, or a microgene where a group of 10 farmers are able to access, it would really help them. For instance, it would help them cut in the production cost.
I happened to meet with a team from Kirinyaga University who came to me, and they came with an idea of cotton value addition. When I listened to them, they were being led by Professor Muchangi. They told me to mobilize farmers within the area. When we mobilized the farmers, they came and the idea was sold to them, and they agreed to add value to cotton.
And then number 2, it would add the value and even the pricing. Currently, when they sell the seed cotton, what they call the whole cotton, they sell at 70 shillings. If it is ginned, the price goes for as much as 260 shillings. And that by itself would really encourage them to grow the cotton, and they will see the value in what they do.
Tumeshafundishwa kufanya ginning, na baada ya kufanya ginning, kama sasa hii pamba hii ninashika na mkono ni ile haijakuwa ginned. Hii ni kama shilingi 70 kwa sasa. Tukishafanya ginning immediately, hii kwa hapa chini itaandi value to almost 200 shillings.
We started this project in the year 2020. And at that point, it was funded by the National Research Fund. That's a Kenyan agency. And we went into the workshop and started now designing the microgene. And we came up with a design that involved using of a roller. And the rollers pinch out the fiber from the seed. And at that time, we were using metallic rollers, which were not so convenient because they would overheat and so many other things which would discourage, very noisy. The consumption of fuel was also quite high. And all the same, they were working, and we stopped now at the designing and the development of the prototype. And it's now at that point where we found another funding agency called the FID, that's a Fund for Innovation and Development, an agency from the government of France. And these ones now helped us to improve on the initial design. We were able to change the materials that we were using for the development of the gene. And once we did that, we were able to take now the machine to the farmers. And currently, we would say with a lot of confidence that the machine is working very well. And we hope that because this is at piloting stage, we are hopeful that we'll be able to move to the next stage, that is now the upscaling. Because at this point of piloting, we only did with 2 farmers group, one in Bere, in Embu, and another one in Mwea, in Kirinyaga.
So my name is Dr. David Kabata. I'm a lecturer at Kirinyaga University, a senior lecturer, and part of the research team, the cotton ginning research team. We've actually talked about the machine that we developed, the machine that was supposed to help us to gin the cotton. And after developing the machine, the next process was to take the machine to the farmers, and that is what is called piloting. Now, the reason as to why we needed to take the machine to the farmers is because the farmers are the people who are going to use the machine, and therefore, we actually needed to know whether the machine would solve their problem or would satisfy their need. So we identified 2 sites where we would test the machine or pilot the machine. The first area was in Mwea in Kirinyaga County. And one of the reasons as to why we actually went to Mwea is because Mwea is one of the places where cotton is grown in Kirinyaga County, and also it's a kind of a semi-arid areas. Cotton mostly grows in semi-arid areas, and especially the BT cotton that is being piloted in Kenya, it can actually grow in all the counties because there are varieties for each and every county. So we also chose another area called Kanyuabora in Bere, and also the reason as to why we chose that place is because of the environment. It's a semi-arid area, and cotton does very well in that area. So we wanted to know whether the farmers can actually be able to benefit from the machine. So we gave them about 8 machines, 4 in Mwea and 4 in Bere. And we left the machines to the farmers so that they can be able to gin their cotton and take the machine to the shambas, because our main goal is to try and see whether farmers can actually be able to gin their cotton at their own locality. So we gave them the micro-ginning machine, took them to the shambas, and we left them with the machine. We wanted to see how good the machine can be able to do, and also to get feedback about what should be improved on the machine from the user or the farmer of the farmer or of the cotton. Now, one of the things that we have been able to get from the farmers is that the machines are doing very well, although there are some maintenance that are supposed to be done. We have actually been able to train the farmers on how to be able to use the machine in the right way. And on top of using the machines, we have also trained them how they can be able to market their cotton. Remember, in the piloting stage, we also wanted the farmers to understand how they can be able to utilize the machine as an entrepreneurial venture in such a way that they can start small businesses, or they can be able to add value on the cotton.
Hii pamba juu sasa itatoka hapa iende ikatengenezwe usi. Hii usi ndio tunarudi kutumia kwa kutengeneza vitu kama kikoi. Tunaitengeneza hapa, na kikoi tuseme tukishatengeneza naye inaenda kwa bei kubwa, na utapata hiyo pamba bando imeongeza bei juu kikoi ikienda kwa kama 1,000 na hainjatumia hata kilo moja, unaona bei bando ya cotton inaenda juu.
From that, what has happened is that the farmers have been able to gin the cotton. They sell the cotton, the ginned cotton to some of these ginners that the ginned cotton to some of the textile farms, and also sell the seeds to some of the animal feed making organizations, so that they can be able to continue with the values in the cotton value chain. Now, one of the things that we have realized is that with that piloting and also with that machine, the farmers can be able to make more money from their cotton, and they can also be able to improve their yields and also their revenue. So it is a machine that is working, and we would hope that we would be able to take it to the next level by increasing the number of the farmers who are going to be able to get the machines or to benefit from the machines.
My name is Dr. Grace Kiiru, a senior lecturer and a senior researcher from Kirinyaga University. And as you can see right behind me, we have managed to come up with a cottage industry right here in the village. I'm in Mwea, which is in Kirinyaga County, where we have one of our 2 cottage industries that we have been able to develop and bring out for the farmers. And in this particular cottage industry, there are lots of processes that are taking place. First of all is the main innovation that we came up with is a small portable cotton ginning machine where the farmers are able to gin their own cotton right at the farm level. And we already have some of those machines right here in the cottage industry as one of our output. And the farmers are so excited because for the longest time possible, they have been selling their cotton in raw form, and that has seen them thoroughly exploited by the main ginneries, which are only 4 in Kenya. And the prices have been so low, 60, 70 shillings a kilo. The other output, after ginning, and we get the lint cotton, the other output that the research has been able to develop is a baling machine. We have a portable baling machine that is able to bale the lint cotton up to 50 kilos, in which now the farmers are able to sell their cotton, their lint cotton in bales, and they bale themselves. So that is another output that we've been able to develop. Now, after the ginning, the other output that is coming out of the ginning process is the cotton seeds. And right here at the cottage industry, we are having the oil extraction machine, where the farmers are now able again to extract their own oil using the seeds that they have been able to separate using the microgene. So that is the other very remarkable output. Then the other output that we have also developed is a portable blowing machine, because what happens is that once the farmers harvest their cotton, they stuff them in sacks, and the cotton clogs so seriously, and making it a bit challenging for the machine to gin. So we've developed a blowing machine whereby the farmers are now able to loosen the cotton, and it's making it easier for them to be able to gin with a lot of ease. Now, the other output is that after the extraction of the oil, the farmers are also able now again to, they're able to use the extracts of the oil, the cotton seeds, to make cotton cakes, seed cakes, which they are now able to feed on their animals, their poultry and all that. And again, that's another remarkable output. Now, of great importance also is that after the farmers have ginned their cotton and they have the lint, we have another output which is involving the weaving component using a hard loom.
Tumesaidiwa sana na watu kutoka Kirinyaga University. Wao ndio wametufunza, tukajua kushona vikoi, wakatuletea na machine, tukajua kushona vikoi.
Yes, the weaving machine has also the weaving process comprises of various processes, such as the warping machine that again we have developed. It has also the spooling machine, whereby they are able to spool the yarns, which they now use in the hard loom. And And again, also in the weaving, we have also developed for them other smaller handlooms where they are able to also make small mats, door mats, small table mats, and other components that goes with the weaving.
After kutengeneza kikoi, tunatengeneza shirts. Kutoka kwa hiyo kikoi, tunaweza tengeneza shopping bags. Kutoka kwa same kikoi, tunaweza tengeneza ile vimbeti ya wamama ya kuweka simu, pesa. Kutoka kwa hiyo kikoi, tunaweza iunda tena tutengeneze viatu dogo za watoto ama pia za watu wazima kutoka kwa hiyo kikoi.
During our market survey, we realized that some of the challenges these people are facing are economic challenges. We realized that these are people who are living below $1 a day, and therefore economically they were challenged. So that is why, in addition to having the gene, we decided to add a component of women and youth empowerment.
Kuma gukosi ya gutuma turatuma bagi ta ici na nona bagi ta ĩno nĩ ngũthi na nyenderie atumia arĩa marathiĩ thoko na nyone yo kĩndũ. Aya, kuma bau kuma ku uniform no ndume shati cia cukuru no design ũguo rĩ twathomithirio nginya marketing.
So in addition to this, we realized that we needed also to do training to the farmers themselves on how to maintain the gene machines for sustainability. That is when we engaged our fabricators and our engineers to be able to educate these rural people to manage and to maintain their machines on their own, such that when we leave these people, they will not be looking back to us to be able to come and maintain the machines. So they already know how to maintain the machines. They already know how to maintain the machines. They are able to open the machines, return them back, and they are able to know when there is a problem. That means the sustainability of the machine is secured. Additionally, we have been able to train the youth and the women, which we realized that majority of them are unemployed and they have no source of livelihood. They have no source of income. We have been able to train them on how to make this project a business, whereby they can be able, we have enabled them to register the groups as part of the training, so that once they register the group as micro enterprise, it will be recognized by the government. We have also trained them on how they can source additional capital to be able to upgrade this cottage industry to become something that is big enough to sustain them. We have realized that these women are coming with their children. This is an indicator that these people are really in need of these capacity building trainings, because now they are coming with their children. They are able even to make clothes for these children to wear. They have been in a position within the 2-month training period. They have been able to make uniforms for their own children. In addition to making the uniform for their own children, they have been able to make uniforms and they have been able to sell. An example is the weaving group. They have been able to sell around 100 kikois within the period in which they were being trained. Each kikoi going for 1,000 Kenya shillings. And that means the impact is already felt even during the pilot stage. We are hoping that if they can continue this way, this cottage industry can become a source of livelihood for them that were unemployed, for the women that had nothing to do, and this can change their lives of their dependents, the lives of their children, and economically, even the country will have to reap benefits out of this cottage industry. Some of the things that the challenges that we have encountered during this period, you realize that we had announced in several churches about the trainings.
I'm Stanley Washira, Reverend, working with the Diocese of Kirinyaga and having a privilege to be posted at ACK Kajiji Parish and also Kajiji and Riaduke Deanery. We are very grateful because of Kirinyaga University, who approached me with the intention of helping Christians around this area, and they requested how we can partner and also to make a cotton industry so that we can elevate people's life through cotton farming. Then we agreed with them and we put up a small structure where the process will be ongoing. We are grateful because our Christians have benefited.
We had to reduce the numbers so that they can fit. Our number of machines were only 8, 4 for Moya and 4 for Embu County. So we had to limit the number so that it can be able to fit the few machines that we have. So a challenge of massive numbers indicating that there is need for these people to be empowered economically.
Challenges ya kwanza niseme ambayo tuko nayo challenge kubwa ni kwamba weavers tuko wengi lakini machine moja ambayo tunashona nayo. Kwa hivyo tungetaka kama ni machine tuongezewe tupate machine ili wenzangu wakikuja wasiwe wanakaa juu, naona kama sasa wamesimama hawafanyi kazi, mmoja ndiye anaingia kwa machine. Kwa hivyo tunapeana shift. Nikishona natoka mwingine anaingia.
Another challenge that we have faced is the duration for the training. Because of the big number, being trained using few machines, we realized that the duration for the training was not enough to be able to equip them perfectly for the work that is ahead of them. And that is why we were requesting the FID to allow us to add a few more weeks of the training, which we thank God they have allowed us to add 2 more weeks for the training to be able to equip these people fully to be able to stand on their own. Another challenge that we have faced during this phase, we realized that the spinning wheel that we developed is not able to make the fine thread that is needed for the kikoi. It can only make a thread that is suitable for the mats, the table mats, the door mats, and we realized that the item that is generating more money is the kikoi that requires a fine thread. In addition to the trainings that we have done concerning the machines, we included financial literacy. Because for them to sustain the business that they are starting, they need financial literacy. We've been able to tell them, to educate them or to train them on budgeting. We have trained them on costing their materials so that when they place their product at the market, they will be in a position to know this is the profit that we are getting from our business, and that way the business will be sustainable. In addition to that, we have acknowledged the change in technology, that everybody is moving to the market using the digital platforms. We added a level of training where we focused on digital marketing skills. We have trained these farmers and the entrepreneurs to be able to place their product online. And out of that, a group of women in Germany were able to see the kikois online. And they have made an order from Beere to be able to be supplied in the month of October with the 15 kikois. This is telling us that this is a success story. It can move these people from the village to the international market using the skills that we have given unto them. We have been able to establish linkages with the county governments whereby they are coming in to support the project in terms of empowering the farmers to grow more cotton. We have been able to establish a linkage with the market where they are expected to sell their lint. Thika Textile is actually waiting to be able to, for the farmers to supply the textile
at Thika textile industry with the lint cotton. So the market for the cotton is there. They are only waiting for the farmers to come up and supply the cotton. They actually said they can come to the villages, they can come to the rural areas to pick the lint cotton, because for them, they don't gin. They only deal with with the lint, that is the ginned cotton. We've been also able to establish linkages with the chairman of the farmers in Kenya, chairman of the women farmers in Kenya. This is a group that has been established whereby they take up the farmers groups that are dealing with farming and type of farming. We've been able to establish linkage with them whereby they have told us immediately the groups are registered. They will register with them, and the purpose of this linkage will provide avenues for exhibition of the output of the kikois, the output of the shirts, the bags, which these groups have made. They will provide free exhibition where they can be able to market their product. And we are praying that even if this is not the end. So many people are hearing about it. There is a group in Nyanza that is called the Pampa organization. They are reaching out to us. They want us to take this technology to Nyanza in Kenya. And that way, that is an avenue where we can be assured that this project can be taken to other areas in the country. And we are hoping that will be done.